Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Well, if you scroll down in our feed here, you will see that I posted a graphic yesterday which indicates that Thomas Massie has taken large amounts of George Soros money and Democrat money. It's unfreaking believable. Thomas Massie, Mr. Constitutional, principled man, bedrock. Yeah, right. He is sold out. By the way, I got a prediction. I think Massie is laying the groundwork to get on a liberal television station. I really do. Speaking of Thomas Massie, again, you can't make it up. His campaign has spent $93,000 at Churchhill Downs premium seating over the last several years. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then we have Massie and Chet Hand. For all of you Trump supporters out there in Boone County, you got to decide whether you want Thomas Massie or Ed Galrine. Trump's for Ed Galrine. Then you got to decide, who do you want for judge executive? The guy who's done a really good job? If you like Boone County, Gary Moore's been there. And Chet Hand, who's ambitious as Caesar. Chet Hand, who's a weirdo, is hooked up with Thomas Massie. Massie for Hand, Hand for Massie. Showed up at his kickoff. If you're a Trump supporter out there in Boone County, don't vote for Thomas Massie and Chet Hand. You need to vote for Ed Galrine and Gary Moore. All right, Judge Ken Easterling. I just want to give you a taste. I had my own run-ins with this guy, but I cannot believe the number of text messages, phone calls, and emails I've received about the dastardly deeds of Ken Easterling as a Kenton County District Judge. It is off the charts. I've got so much material that I got to take some time to put it all together, get back with everybody, which I'm going to. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to expose Ken Easterling for what he is. And then we turn to Leslie Knight. I did the same thing with Leslie Knight. I want information about Leslie Knight, Grant County, Carroll County, Circuit Judge. Oh my God, same thing. I got so much information on Leslie Knight, it's going to take me a while to put it together. But my God, her whole family's a a criminal family. She's got family members involved in drugs. I mean, she's got family members running illegal nursing homes out of their home. I mean, insane stuff. It's like she's the godmother of the Leslie Knight crime family in Gallatin County and Grant County. Much more to come. Then we have the case, which really is near and dear to my heart, of Andee Hall Shields, the biological mother of this 12-year-old boy that got shot down in Covington. And on Friday, I sat and listened to this young lady tell me her whole story. She had drug dependency problems. She overcame them. She kept her one daughter. Her sister took care of her son, and her mother was involved in that too. You can't make this up. This kid that got shot, that was a witness, okay? You ought to see the photographs of this boy, 12 years old and younger, holding up guns like a gangster, smoking marijuana, hanging out with older thugs and gangsters. That's what got him shot. This young lady, the mom, Andee Hall Shields, reports all this stuff. The child protective, nothing is done. I mean, this sister and mother, who are meaner and nastier than rattlesnakes, freaking have done an awful job with this child. So, what happens? Child gets shot. The mom, still craving that relationship, wants to see the child, gets restricted from seeing the child at the hospital. But I want to just go back. How this young lady has been treated by lawyers and judges and the court system from A to Z is despicable. Lawyers taking her money, not doing squat. I mean, the things that she has to do. She is a very loved member of the Pendleton County Falmouth community. Has her own, what's it called? Beauty salon. Married, has another child. Husband is a hard-working concrete guy. I mean, she's solid. She's good. She had some troubles, but she got her act together. And there's a lot of people that will attest to that. But she keeps getting treated like a leopard. I'm not going to let her get treated like a leopard anymore. The things, for example, Judge Folker in Campbell County, how she talked to this mother the other day in court. Judge Folker, guess what? The rules don't apply to me, Judge Folker. So guess what? Night stories, Easterling stories, how about some Folker stories? It's unbelievable. So Drake Law is going to represent her for free, and I am on it like green on grass. So get used to me defending Andee Hall Shields and going after the legal and court system. You know what? The way they put the scarlet letter on you when you acknowledge a dependency problem, you overcome it, but by golly, they act like that's good. No. They make that follow you forever. It's sickening. This poor girl, my God, she's been through hell and back. Well, I'm going to be her white freaking knight. All right, Pikeville landfill plan. Well, apparently the Pike County magistrates reversed themselves, but it's been alerted to me that there's some nefarious things going on in Pike County regarding the county getting involved in the landfill business with these old coal mines. And I'm going to be meeting with some folks, just sending out the bat signal. I'm on it. Cincinnati Enquirer bias. You can't make this up. See with these piles? I've saved this many newspapers. Cincinnati Enquirer bias over the past this week. Tehran retaliates after leader killed in strikes. Is that a pro-Trump? Paul Massie deserved respect for taking on Trump. Joe Girth. See, they run to the liberal media. Do you want to vote for a guy in a Republican primary who's now a friend of Joe Girth at the Courier-Journal? Donald Trump, our vexatious litigator-in-chief. Jack Greiner, the most overrated First Amendment lawyer in the freaking world. Donald Trump, our vexatious litigator-in-chief. His State of the Union. A victory lap for Trump or a focus on midterms? And you go through, just unbelievable. Enquirer, attack on Iran. Trump calls for regime change as U.S.-Israel launch strikes. See how they spin it? Ads about ICE bombard U.S. screens. U.S. aims to bring in more white South Africans. Some area districts don't publicize ICE response plans. Front page Friday. Neighbors unite against neo-Nazi involvement. Really? That's your head story? The neo-Nazis? Really? Nobody pays attention to the neo-Nazis. State of the Union's unlikely legacy. The Enquirer sucks. All right, 2 arrested nightclub shooting. Franeek, Cobb, 27, and Derrick Long, 29. Both prior convictions. Wow. All right, now another cause. I got a lot of causes today. James West Phillipe in Somerset, 15 years old, a year ago tomorrow, collapsed at a track practice. And how that high school down there in Somerset, or middle school, high school, the whole school district, the lawyer, Hans Hoppe from Louisville, you can't make it up, keeps the file from September till Saturday or Sunday, right before the statute of limitations. In his file, UK medical records and one letter asking for a death certificate. Never got a death certificate, never set up an estate, never did squat, never reviewed, never got text messages, video footage. Unfreaking believable. The coroner said he couldn't issue a death certificate till I've never heard of this before, till he got DNA testing done. What? How this entire Somerset community conspired against this kid. who's deceased because they didn't have the proper equipment, use the proper equipment, delay 911 call, delay going to the hospital, everything. It is sickening. The family talks to me on Saturday, and today a lawsuit's going to be filed against all of them in time. They tried to not be in time. Can you imagine losing your only son? 15 years old. Perfection of health. And you're supposed to have those AED things available, right? Right? Get them right away. They're standing around. Unbelievable. The coaches, the athletic directors, all of them. It's sickening. All right. It's a big conspiracy is what it was. All right. Dr. Deborah Sillins. Oh, my God. Dr. Deborah Sillins owns Rejuvene Plastic Surgery Group. On Monday out of Boone County, a dear friend of mine has a trial against her that's going to be starting. Eric Deters Media is going to cover it gavel to gavel. And what this doctor did to my friend is so bad. You don't want to go to Dr. Deborah Sillins. Not only that, you talk about freaky. If you Google her, that picture's not her for 20 years ago. She doesn't look like a human being. I don't know how many plastic surgeries she's had, but it is spooky. People talk about the Mar-a-Lago look. This is like Mar-a-Lago times 5. But regardless of that, how this woman mishandled her treatment of my friend is awful, and I'm going to be covering. Then we go to Brian Tomes. Well, it finally came out yesterday that what happened with Brian Tomes back in 2015 is he used a whip that he got, like a riding crop whip, and he put it between a guy's legs, apparently horsing around, all joking around. Yeah, a little creepy. And then I talked to somebody. Do you know what Crossroads is? A friend of mine talked to the owners back when, or the founders of Crossroads. They're P&G guys. They decided they could take what they learned at Procter & Gamble and put together a church and sell it like Tide to create this monolithic big church, which, by the way, if you think it's a nonprofit, no. They have the offshoots of business and entrepreneurs and investing. The ownership of that church does. It is a networking, entrepreneur. That's the focus of that place. Now, all of you go there and goes, oh, no. By the way, I'm pro-Christian. I'm not pro-megachurch. All of you that go there and you get fulfilled, good for you. I'm happy for you. I hope your church survives and thrives. I'm just saying, it ain't for me, and there's some weird stuff going around. That's all I'm saying. Local sports, the Reds are off today in spring training. Xavier plays Seton Hall at 7 p.m. Miami plays Toledo at 7 p.m. U of L at Syracuse at 9 p.m. UC at BYU at 9 p.m. and UK versus A&M at 7 p.m. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Oh, my producer, I'm not supposed to do weather. Statewide tornado drill tomorrow at 10:07. Can't believe I did that for you.